But the NBA went completely off the rails last night. Russell Westbrook turned back the clock against KD in an overtime thriller. The Bulls and the Hawks scored 300 points in regulation.
Oh, giddy, giddy, bang, bang.
Less than a half minute to go. It's Young to make it a three-point game.
And we had a couple of more crazy games in Minnesota and New York. So let's start in Sacramento, where the Rockets, led by Alperen, Sengun, and Thompson, were bullying the Kings inside the paint all night long.
Westbrook elevates Sengun with the block. How about that denial? Okogie to KD up top. Thompson. My goodness. Kind of short hopped him. Now to Sengun, one-on-one with Reno. Behind the back to Thompson. Sengun with the flush plus the foul. Oh, baby.
With 28 points on 70% from the field, Alpi put the Rockets up by 5 entering the clutch. But the Kings weren't gonna surrender that easily.
It's out Thompson.
DeRozan on the drive by. The floater. Good. Fouls. Gonna try and walk him down. Spins, baseline. Bounce it off the side of the board out of bounds. Westbrook fresh off the bench. Wow, who needs a warm-up?
Just 8 seconds after subbing in, Russ cuts the deficit to a single point. But KD responds immediately.
Murray guarding Durant. On the cross. The pull-up.
Durant scored 2 more points from the free throw line, and after 2 offensive rebounds and 1 steal, the Rockets took an entire minute off the clock and had a chance to seal the deal on this play when...
They possibly can, but when you're in scramble because you're rotating to put 2 on someone, you've got a lot of ground to cover.
On the break, 2-on-1, DeRozan punches it.
KD loses the ball and DeMar dunks in the open lane to get his team theoretically back in contention. Still, with 30 seconds on the clock, Houston can go for the dagger, and Thompson had the perfect opportunity to pass down low to Okogie, who was left unguarded. But instead, he inexplicably throws it out to Alpi, who had just 3 seconds to bail them out.
Sengun with a desperation 3.
That's a lousy execution in the clutch, so now the crowd's ready to explode.
Russ for the tie!
Wow, Westbrook swishes the 3 to tie the game and goes nuts. Can Durant spoil his fun?
Staring him down in his stance. Durant for the win! 5 more minutes!
Nope, his shot is way off and we go to overtime. And once they were able to force it, the Kings made sure to put up a decent fight in the extra period as well.
Schroeder pops clutch. Got to the rim.
Here because he has been impactful.
They tilt the floor against Sengun, and Westbrook got the steal. Sacramento up 1. They go right at Shepard. Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder was the only guy scoring from the field for Sacramento, as he got him up by 3 points with 1.5 minutes remaining. But the Rockets had answers.
There's the double on Durant. Thompson, the kick, the shot, and Jabari Smith Jr. has just locked it up at 120. Mister Sengun to Smith for the lob and dunk.
Jabari Smith connects on 5 straight points to set things back to square one. So now the Brody wants to retaliate by taking an ill-advised shot so early in the offense.
Westbrook one-on-one with Barry. Westbrook contested, around and out. Thompson the rebound.
Russ cannot hit his 6th 3 of the night, and what's worse, he commits a rookie mistake on the other end when...
To Smith, quick release. Oh, and he got fouled. Can you believe it? He got fouled by Russell Westbrook. Can you believe it?
Westbrook fouls Jabari Smith Jr. on the 3-point attempt, and he stays ice cool on the line to knock down the first 2 shots. But after a couple of substitutions on both sides, his concentration got loosened up, so he missed the last free throw. And now, off of the timeout, Sacramento has 9 seconds to pull off a miracle.
And Durant picks up DeRozan. 6 on the clock. Out to Schroeder.
Dennis the Menace drills the go-ahead 3 to stun the Rockets. But what caught my eye on the replay is DeMar's foot on the floor while the ball is still in his hand. That's a travel, but fortunately for the Kings, the ref missed it. So with 2 seconds on the game clock, we go to the other end for one last shot.
Durant gets it. Got it off.
KD misses yet again and Houston loses to the worst team in the West. Westbrook was hyped after the game as he got one more win than his buddy in their head-to-head matchups.
Little team effort tonight. Just how fun was it to finally get over the hump and get back in the win column, but also to have everybody kind of step up.
It's great, man. I don't care how we did it, but we got to win. Don't really matter what any of this say, as long as we got to win, and then now we can move forward.
Moving on to Atlanta, where Trae Young got sizzling hot in his second game back from injury.
Daniels swoops in, out for a Trae Young triple, and he got it. 3 tonight after back-to-back games where he shot it really well. And Trae Young, unlimited range. They're operating slowly.
Yeah, see, these are the switches you have to stay away from.
Check out the score, 114 to 115, and we're still in the third quarter. What is going on? As a matter of fact, both teams were shooting lights out from the field and from downtown in this one. The Bulls hit 23s on 47.5%, and the Hawks were even hotter, draining 23 shots from deep on 49% efficiency. That's ridiculous. Each team surpassed 40 points in a quarter, and neither one of them had below 33 in a single period. Yeah, defense was non-existent in this one, so you got the point.
5-4 in crunch time now, looking for another crunch time win as Ellis.
That's that extra pass I was talking about Io making right there too.
So Kobe has 3 from outside today, 3 for 7. Trae Young counters.
Trae and Matas Buzelis, out of all people on the Bulls, had 7 threes apiece, and the game went down to the wire. That's when Jalen Johnson took matters into his own hands and got busy in the paint for a change.
The officials not getting baited into that.
Quick step, Johnson packs it.
Yeah, Kobe's
been sitting a lot of this second half. Slide in Johnson, their top scorer, puts it home.
Jalen gets Atlanta back to a 1-point deficit, but the Bulls had a furious response.
10th in a 3-game winning streak. It's Giddey.
Giddey, bang, bang.
Johnson in his hands.
Good defense by the Vooch.
Stuffs it away. Giddey gives up. Okoro.
And one.
Chicago converts on 5 straight points in just 12 seconds to bump the lead to 6 points. And after a couple of trips to the foul line on both ends of the court, the difference remained the same. But from that point on, the Hawks didn't have any time left to spare.
It's a rebound Johnson. Less than a half minute to go. It's Young to make it a 3-point game.
Trae hits the second chance opportunity to narrow the gap to 3, but now they must foul. Kobe White got fouled and calmly hit the first free throw, but then missed the second, which left the door just a bit open for Atlanta.
Inside 15 seconds. Nobody open. Vooch is battling with Okongwu. Now he touches it. Inside 10 seconds. Johnson a 3. He buries it.
Oh, wow.
Jalen Johnson hits the desperation 3 to make it a 1-point game with less than 5 seconds to go. So now Trae fouls Buzelis, who shot a blistering 10 of 11 from the field. But it was his first trip to the line and the pressure got to him.
80% at the line. Did not hit the
I'll
first.
tell you what.
Buzelis splits the free throws, and all of a sudden, the Hawks have a chance to win the game.
Johnson, who has game-high 36 inbounds. It's Young. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He's going for the 2. It's in and out.
You can drive home safely, Chicago.
Young was looking for the foul, and despite the home commentator saying it clearly was, I really didn't see enough contact for a whistle. The Bulls have a positive record against teams that are above 500 and a -1 against weaker teams. Make it make sense. Next, we go to New York for Jalen Brunson's special night in the Mecca.
Brunson fires away and hits the 3. This has been some really good shot making here in this first half. Shot clock is off. Brunson fires up a 3.
That's good! A Brunson barrage here in the first half.
But this guy's becoming dominant.
Brunson bangs it in. Brunson brilliance on full display here at the Garden.
With 39 points through the first 36 minutes, Jalen was an unsolvable puzzle for Miami, and the Knicks took a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter on this wild shot by Josh Hart.
Nearly a backcourt violation. He's going to have to hoist it up. Fires away and hits the three. Josh Hart, a desperation heave, goes down.
To play solid defense for 23 seconds and to receive a blow like this must be demoralizing. But the Heat weren't shaken by that one bit and struck right back.
Powell against Kolek. Spins again, drives, the floater's up. Oh, and Ware throws it down.
Kela Ware and Bam Adebayo responded with a mini 5-0 run to get Miami within striking distance, and they continued playing rock-solid defense as well. But the Knicks pulled one more rabbit from their hat when...
Air ball. Robinson the save. Brunson fires and rattles it in. Oh, what a play from Brunson, thanks to a spectacular save from Robinson.
Another prayer was answered for New York, but the Heat just kept on coming.
Adebayo trying to set a screen. Ware gets a clean look for three and nails another. His 5th three-pointer of the night.
And that type of execution you like to see after a timeout. It's the way the coach drew it up.
Bridges poked away by Powell.
An additional 7-0 run by Ware and company made it a single possession game. The Heat were seriously threatening to spoil Jalen's night, but his two best buddies wouldn't allow that because...
Floats it to Anunoby, back to Hart. Shot clock at 8. Give and go. Hart layup banks it in. Beautiful give and go. And the Knicks back up by 4. Bridges, corner 3. It's good. Mikal Bridges from downtown.
Huge buckets by Hart and Bridges to put the Knicks up by 7. And after a couple of missed free throws by Jaime Jaquez, the captain made sure to finish the job himself.
Brunson puts up a 3. Won't go, but a foul on Powell. It's going to be 3 free throws.
Brunson knocked down all 3 of his free throws to seal the win with a total of 47 points, a career high in MSG for him. And after the reporter congratulated him on that, he made him pick the most crucial shot of the night, which ended up with a twist.
If you were going to pick the biggest one of the game, which one? I'm putting you on the spot.
Josh. I'm going to say Josh. Unfortunately, I'm going to say Josh. You know, he's been a pretty terrible friend as of recently, but I'm going to say Josh.
Thumbs up to that. Thank you, Jalen.
That was a sneaky line at the end. If you know, you know. And now we're heading over to Minnesota, where the Timberwolves fell down by 16 points to the short-handed Bucks.
Yeah, that's a big-time discrepancy in that fourth quarter. Bulls come in 38% as a club, 4th best. Porter Jr. at it again.
But after the timeout, Naz Reid entered the game for Julius Randle and instantly sparked a comeback.
Every other game has been Minnesota in the second half.
Naz Reid snaps the 6-2. And the rebound, Rudy Gobert's got it. Along the baseline, spots Naz Reid, who lays it in.
What a great offensive rebounding team, as we talked about.
Runner for Reid.
Naz ignited a 10-2 run, which cut the deficit to half and forced Doc to call a timeout. The only thing is, the Wolves were just getting started.
He dislocated 2 of my fingers.
Pass Reid in the corner, 3 balls short. Naz the rebound and the hammer on the putback. Just to kick balls.
It was just a glancing blow.
3-ball for DiVincenzo.
In a span of 4.5 minutes, Minnesota erased the 16-point lead by Milwaukee. Incredible. And they weren't planning on taking their foot off the gas yet.
So skids to a stop, pops over Rollins, the 3-ball. Off rim, off window, and in. Crosses back over, gets in the paint, runs it up with the left hand. Turned into a perfect lob to Rudy Gobert.
The Wolves completed an electric 23-2 run to completely turn the game around, and they had Anthony Edwards, who took on the responsibility of finishing the job in the closing minutes.
Quarter. Off the Gobert screen, he'll pop on a 16-footer, off glass, he banks it in. On a Sunday night, the bank is open. Edwards, left side 3, count it!
He loves that part of the zone.
Edwards with 3, he'll take a drive to the rim, and he got the uncontested layup.
The Wolves have now surpassed the Rockets for the 5th seed in the West, winning 8 of their last 10 games. What an exciting day in the NBA. Nothing like my previous video where I documented the absolute worst night of the season. You gotta check out exactly what happened right here. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.